So we're out in our garden. We came out 2 nights ago to plant a bunch of melons and some butternut squashes, and it was looking really, really cool. And we came out tonight because it's still cool enough here that we only need to water every other night. And if you'll see that top row, that whole top row had butternut squash on it. Starters all the way across, like these. These are starters. We brought out some more to plant tonight, and everything is gone. There aren't any deer tracks, so we don't think it's deer. Grasshoppers usually only eat holes in the leaves. For them to take the whole plant down is kind of weird. So we're wondering if some rabbits didn't get in the garden and just eat everything down. Last year, we were told when we had our garden that marigolds repel rabbits, and you know, we didn't have a big, so we planted a few around the garden. We didn't have a big issue with rabbits, evidently, and I think we may have to go get some marigold starters and just put them around the garden and see if that'll help. The good news, I hope this is good news, we're still very amateur at this, is that the roots are still down in the ground. They ate off the tops, whatever it was, ate off the tops of the plants, but the roots are still down there. So hopefully, if we can figure out a way to get rid of the rabbits, and like I say, we're assuming that's what it is, then maybe they'll still grow. But this fence right back here is from when Mom and Dad lived here in 1947. So it's old. It needs fixing. I'd love to have a chain link fence or something, because that would keep all of the critters out, but it has to be 8 feet tall to keep the deer out. So we're a little frustrated.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of money. We're watering right now. In fact, the squash was actually already starting to bud. We have nothing left of that right now, but the seeds are still down there. And so I've got gates up on, if you can see these little, in case it's deer, the deer can't get to our plants if with these little gates on them. So we've got the melons, more melons down here. I'm going to put up more of these little gates, and we'll try to keep them away as best we can. And
the reason we've got these things on here, I need to do them again though. We read that dryer sheets will repel animals and insects that get into the garden, so we tied dryer sheets around them. But I need to refresh the sheets, and
I think we need to do that probably tonight. Yeah. So anyways, we'll keep you updated. It was looking good, and now
we're a little frustrated, but we're not whining.
No,
we're just frustrated.
We are frustrated, but we'll just move on. I mean, they're in the ground now, so we'll try to save them as best we can. And there you go.
And we'll give you updates as we have them. And just stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have better garden news next time we come back. And we'll see you later. Well, we went ahead and planted a few more things. Those are some onions right there. You want to know how novice we are as garden people? Those were under a sign that said sweet peas, and so not sweet peas, the flower sweet peas, the kind you eat. And so we bought them, and then we found out that when we got them home that they were onions, but that's okay. These are all cantaloupe. We put up the wire cages, and we tied new dryer sheets around them. And we laid that cage down because it was broken, but hopefully it'll deter them, whatever's eating our garden. We even put dryer sheets on the fence back here. Hopefully the smell will keep the critters away, whatever they are, whether they're rabbits or deer or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna keep trying and see what happens. We'll come back out tomorrow morning and see how these ones that we planted today fare. And then, oh look, there's our dryer sheets. And then we will let you know if we lose all of these that we planted today. We have to put rocks in the trenches, in and little ditches that we water, in which we water, to help stabilize the flow of the water, so we can get all of the, so it'll puddle up more instead of just running straight down to the end. So anyway, that's our garden update for today, and we'll let you know what happens when we come out tomorrow morning.
All right, well, we're out here checking on our garden. So far, so good. It's been overnight. We covered everything. We put little dryer sheets on them to ward off the evil spirits or something. I don't know.
Or the evil insects or the evil deer, and I hate to say that because deer are really cute, but stay out of my garden.
Well, somewhere there's a scripture, I don't remember exactly, that says to pray over your crops and your cattle and all of that. So I'm praying over this garden.
And
the animals have plenty to eat without eating.
Look at all that grass. Look at all that back there.
And they do just fine when we don't have a garden. So
stay out of our garden is the bottom line.
Just ask God to encourage them to eat other things and not our garden. It's been a lot of work and a little expense too. But anyways, it seems to have survived the night. So we'll just keep checking.
We've got these plants, even though they had been eaten down before, you can tell they've been eaten. Look at these leaves.
Well, some of them, we're totally missing the butternut squash. I'm still hoping that they perk back up there and we start getting leaves. We're going to have to get more cages, but we're also going to plant marigolds. So
we've heard that marigold will repel the rabbits. I think we told you that last time, but these we planted yesterday, and so far we haven't, last night, none of the critters.
Yeah, the cages seem to stop the deer. Obviously the rabbits could get to it, but if it was deer eating it, I think we thwarted them for a while.
But there were only a couple of deer hoof marks that we saw, and usually they're all over the place.
Maybe they're clever.
Yeah, they're wearing socks.
Yeah. Anyways, it looks better, so I am not going to let wildlife beat me on my gardening. People have gardened for centuries and have been fine, so that's all we're going to do.
And there you go, and we'll give you more updates as we have them.
All right, well, we're back here in the garden, and as it turned out, the garden whisperer showed up today. He just knows to check on us for some reason, and
for which we are very thankful.
Yeah, so whether it's, call it God, call it karma, I don't know what it is, but he shows up when we need him, and he says absolutely that our garden may be being eaten by grasshoppers. We're having a huge grasshopper problem. He said, because I've only ever
in the whole town.
In the whole town. And I've only ever seen grasshoppers make holes in leaves, and that's all that really happened last year to our garden. But he says that some people around here have actually had whole heads of lettuce eaten by grasshoppers. So he is going to bring us a natural no, it's not natural. It's a grasshopper repellent. I don't want to lie to you. I don't know if it'll kill them or whatever, but
it's not going by our garden. It's not going on our crops.
Yeah, it's not going on the plants. It's going to go around the garden, and to get rid of the grasshoppers, because they're starting to irritate me. Okay, they aren't starting. They're irritating me.
Stay out of our garden.
There are all sorts of things around here to eat, but no, not the garden. So that's the update. We're really fortunate to have our garden whisperer. He does everything. I mean, whatever we need. He always tells us, just call me if you need something. And I always tell him, I don't want to take advantage of you, because he does something for the entire town. That's what he does.
He just helps people. He's just a very good man, and we're very blessed to have him in our lives.
However we got on his radar, he checks in on us, and so he just showed up today, and he's checking on our garden. Oh, and what's really cool, he got us a camera.
Oh, let's go show it.
It's a game camera that watches to see if we're getting deer at night. So, and it actually connects to a computer with a chip, so you can see it.
And he set it up right there.
Isn't that awesome? In fact, I see grasshoppers all over the place.
Can you see those hopping
doing
around?
Their hopping thing, and not in grass either. All right. I guess that's it. We'll keep you updated on the garden. But we're going to stop those grasshoppers, darn it. Oh, and now there's a baseball game on, too.
Oh, yeah, Cubs. Hello.
Yeah, the Cubs are playing.